Hey everyone, welcome to Module 1, Lesson 1, Building Blocks for Basic Beats. In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to play a basic eighth note rock groove, and we're going to be breaking it down into 3 simple steps. So, let's get started. Alright, so to get started playing this eighth note rock groove, we're going to be isolating each of the 3 components that comprise the overall beat, okay? We're going to be using our right hand on the hi-hat, or your left hand, whatever your dominant hand is, on the hi-hat, closed hi-hat, and then we're going to use our left hand on the snare, and we're going to be using our right foot on the kick drum. So we're just going to take a look at each of those individual parts and play them one at a time. In this first step, we're going to be playing eighth notes on the hi-hat. So remember that eighth notes are where we play at the speed of 2 hits per beat. So if our quarter note was this fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, our eighth notes would be this fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so grab your sticks. Let's play eighth notes with our right hand on the hi-hat for 8 measures. Here we go. Okay, next we're going to work through the snare drum part. In a basic eighth note rock groove, our snare drum is typically going to play on beats 2 and 4, and it's going to be providing what we call the backbeat. So if you're listening to a song, this is the beat where you want to like clap your hands along to the beat. Doom, bat, boom, bat, boom, bat, boom, boom, bat. So our left hand is going to be playing quarter note hits on beats 2 and 4. So let's try that again for 8 measures. Moving on to the third component of our beat, we're going to look at the kick drum. So our kick drum is going to be playing the opposite hits of the snare drum. So the snare drum played on beats 2 and 4, the kick drum is playing on beats 1 and 3. Okay, same idea, we're going to do this for 8 measures. So let's give it a try. Okay, now that we've looked individually at each of the 3 components that are making up this beat, we're going to start adding them together. So in this second step, we're going to be doing 2 components at a time. So we're going to start off by doing the hi-hat and the snare drum. So the hi-hat is doing eighth notes, remember, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Your snare drum is playing 2 and 4. So if you think about that, your snare drum is going to be playing on the 1, 2, 3, the third hi-hat, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7th hi-hat, if you think about those 8 hi-hats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, or if you're counting the eighth notes out loud, your snare drum's just hitting on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's see how that sounds and try it for 8 measures. Next, we're going to be trying the hi-hat and the kick drum together. So same exact thing that we just did with the snare drum, but now we're going to be playing the opposite hits on the kick. Remember, kick goes on 1 and 3. Let's give this a try. All right, next we're going to be doing the kick drum and the snare at the same time. This is going to give us practice actually doing the alternating quarter note hits between the kick drum and the snare drum. We're going to try this for 8 measures. So remember, when you start, you want to begin with the kick drum. The kick drum is on beat 1. All right, let's see how this sounds and play it for 8 measures. Okay, the last step in this lesson is to combine all 3 components to create the 8th note rock groove. So hi-hat on 8th notes, snare drum on 2 and 4, kick drum on 1 and 3. Get ready. Let's try it at 60 beats per minute for 8 measures. Here we go. All right, everyone, you've made it to the end of lesson 1. Your homework for this lesson is to be able to play the basic rock beat at 60, 80, and 100 beats per minute. So go slowly and take your time as you memorize this beat and work on increasing the tempo. When you feel ready, you can play along with the homework practice video that is also linked in this lesson. It's just going to play at each of those tempos for 16 measures. But as you're practicing this, I'd encourage you to go much longer than 16 measures. You really want to focus on completely memorizing this beat and getting it down, kind of just muscle memory. Have fun practicing this, guys, and I'll see you in lesson 2.